I guarantee you Stephen Scales, who's a director at ukactive, is pleased about that. Stephen, good morning to you.
Morning, Jim. Morning, Simon. And absolutely, we are delighted with that decision. And I suppose initially I'd like to go on record just thanking the local leadership, thanking Steve Rotherham, Joe Anderson for their support in the decision being reversed. But most importantly, it's those gym owners that stood up in Liverpool with the support of the public to emphasise the fact that evidence should be used in any decision making on a local basis. So we're over the moon.
I love that, Simon, don't you? I mean, Stephen, the power of the people, it's a phrase I never thought I'd use, but I'm using it. Over 400,000 people signed a petition to prevent gyms again being forced to close their doors.
I think it was also very compelling as well when one of the gyms were fined, wasn't it? And there was a Just Fund page that raised about 55 grand for the gym owner, wasn't it?
It was, I think, £55,000 and growing, Simon. But what's really important, and I think this shows that the fabric of the people that work within this sector, is that money will be donated to mental health.
That's what I saw, yeah.
So we're tremendously proud of that, and hopefully that sets a precedent moving forward that the sector's united, that gyms should be essential services, essential infrastructure while we're in the middle of a pandemic. Is that, as you both agree, is that it's vital for people's physical and mental health and resilience at a time where the nation needs it most.
Absolutely right. And given the fact when we went into lockdown, Boris Johnson made a big play about people going out and being able to, one of the things they could do was go out and exercise. Now, I realise that was outdoors, but I also know, having spending a lot of my time in gym, and the first thing I did, as Jim knows, when I got locked down in quarantine for 2 weeks as a result of a positive COVID-19 test around me, was as soon as I could get out, I went straight to the gym. And what you notice in gyms is the control mechanisms, the quota management, the support inside for sanitising. There probably are very few places that are as focused on ensuring safety and management of protocol than gyms.
Yeah, no, absolutely, Simon. And look, the sector felt quite hard done by. It was one of the last sectors to reopen after the lockdown, and it's taken that feeling of being hard done by, as the sector saw it, in making sure that there is the rigour and the framework to ensure that the environments are as safe as possible. And that's why we've got figures at the moment that is lower than one case for every 100,000 visits. I know, Jim, when you interviewed Hugh a couple of weeks ago, it was based on a sample of 22 million visits. We're now at 43 million visits.
Right, okay.
And,
pretty compelling then.
It's a very compelling evidence. And that's what's been important, Simon, of making sure that evidence is being used in these local decisions. The sector's opening itself up for that scrutiny because it really believes that it can improve.
And I think that's the smart move. I think what you guys did was provide you looked at the problem and you said the solution is we've got to overcome the obstacles. And the smart move was to do precisely what you've done as an industry, which is come at it and overcome every resistance by having compelling rebuttal.
Yeah, definitely. And the sector has a deep responsibility in order to continue that rigour that's making the figures so compelling at the moment. It is absolutely the industry's right to reply.
Having said that, Stephen, Simon, not everybody's happy at the moment. Julian in Newport, good morning to you. Guys, I'm listening. Gyms in Wales close tomorrow night for a fortnight. Please highlight this. So, Stephen, not everybody's happening, but it's so good to hear you say that a precedent could be set here in the areas, and there will be others going to Tier 3. Your message is, whatever you do, don't close gyms, but it's too late for Julian in Newport.
Yeah, Wales is an unfortunate situation. There is that we are engaging with government. The evidence is being used, and it's making sure that if there is the decision to close in a short period of time, is that, number one, the evidence is used around the sector being able to reopen. But where we can double down on the evidence is that because of the level of data that we've got, is the true economic impact on those businesses where it is closed and the impact on community. So we will be working and continue to work with Welsh Government to ensure that there can be a quick resolution.
We're delighted at that, Stephen. Thank you so much, Stephen Scales, Director at ukactive.